Hello friends, today we'll learn one of the important topic, communication. So why it is important? Because we can get this chapter from English language. Also we can avail this chapter from CSPD classes, and also IT 402 for computer technology. This is one of the chapter of employability skills. Okay, so according to James Humes, the art of communication is the language of leadership. Now one by one we'll discuss what is communication, what are the types of communication, why it is essential, what are the requirements. We'll discuss now. So first of all, what is communication? So communication is the art of transmitting information, ideas and attitudes from one person to another. Okay, and the communication is the process of meaningful interaction among human beings. So we can say communication transmits information, ideas and attitudes from one person to another person. Okay, we cannot send any information alone. We cannot communicate. We need some other, more than two persons, okay, to communicate our language. So it is the medium to interact with other peoples. So what are the essentials, requirements, why it is required for communications? So number one, personal process occurs between people, involves change in behavior, means to influence others, expression of thoughts and emotions through words and actions, tools for controlling and motivating people, and it is a social and emotional process. Okay, so these are the essences for communications. So now we'll learn how it will process. One is encoding and other is decoding. Okay, the senders, those who want to communicate with others, they are called senders. So one is receivers, those who receive the message. So sender will send the message, they want to communicate. So sender will send the message through channels, mediums. So medium is through mouth or other devices, and accordingly receivers also receive the message through ear and other devices. So that's why sender and receiver, sender will send the message through channels, mediums, and receiver will also receive the message through channels or mediums. That's called encoding and decoding. Okay, so this is the process of communications. So now we'll learn the chapter introduction to communications. So you probably hear people talking about communication all the times. So everyone needs it and wants it, but what exactly is communication? So let us try to understand it. The word communication comes from the Latin word communicare, okay, meaning to share. Communicare, or the meaning is to share information or anything. So you can see that communication is the sharing of information between two or more individuals or within a group to reach a common understanding. Okay, so what are the importance of communications? So your ability to communicate clearly and share thoughts, feelings and ideas will help you in all your relationships. For example, you can inform about something, or you can also influence others through communications. So some skills needed for communications, like number one, inform. You may be required to give facts or information to someone. For example, communicating the timetable of an exam to a friend. So that is called inform. Okay, so how will it be influenced? So number two is influence. You may be required to influence or change someone in an indirect but usually important way. For example, negotiating with a shopkeeper to reduce the price, or helping a friend to overcome stress due to exam or any other reason. So here first in communication is you inform the students or others for exam timetable, so that is inform. And then you have negotiate the shopkeepers to reduce the price, or to helping friends to overcome stress due to exam or any other reason, that is called influence. So asking for information, where are you going, so that is receiving information. I am going home. Response, giving information, that is the communication process. Okay. And another one is express feelings. So talking about your feelings is a healthy way to express them. For example, sharing your excitement about doing well in your exams, or sharing your feelings with your parents and friends. Okay. So suppose talking about your feelings to your friends or parents, whatever excitement things you want to share, or doing well in your exams, so that is express, you want to express your feelings. So that is one of the part of communications. Okay. So now we will read elements of communications. Communication is a two-way exchange of information. That is not one way, that is a two-way. One sender will send the message, a receiver will receive, and again a receiver will respond and communicate. Okay. So giving and receiving, speaking and writing to someone are examples of giving information. Reading and listening to someone are example of receiving information. Okay. So here you can see the image. A sender sends a message. Here you are asking information, requirements of channels. So the communication process starts with the sender, and the receiver receives the message through channel or path such as phone, face-to-face talking. Writing is used to transfer message, and the receiver also replies to the sender. Okay, this is the process, encoding and decoding. So now we'll learn effective communications. So there are 7 effective communications: clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, courteous. Clear, be clear about what you want to say. So that is clear. Clear communication. Concise, use simple words and say only what is needed. What exactly you want to say, you have to concise. What is concrete? Use exact words and phrases, so that receiver will understand what exactly you want to express. Another is correct. Use correct spellings, language and grammar, so that receiver will get the proper understanding. So coherent, your words should make sense and should be related to the main topic. Okay. Whatever you want to communicate, you want to send the message, your message should be clear, it should be meaningful. Okay. Another is complete. Your message should have all the needed information, means complete information should be given. Another is courteous. Be respectful, friendly and honest. Okay, that is very important. Whatever you want to communicate with others, it should be honest, friendly and respectful way. So these are the 7 effective ways of communications. So again, there are 3 types of communications. One is verbal communications, second one non-verbal communication, and third one is visual communications. So one by one we'll discuss. So what is verbal communications? Verbal communication is the sharing information by using words. It is what most people use as a method of communications. Whatever we are using words, so that is verbal. Okay, so we'll discuss types of verbal communications. So number one, oral or spoken communications. So that communication which involves talking. Okay, so that is a face-to-face conversation when we can see the listeners. For example, group discussions, talking to family member at home, conversation with public through speeches, etc. These are the oral or spoken communications, or talking on a phone. So this is for personal and official communications. So phone conversations should begin with a greeting. Hello, hi, this is the talking and listening to each other. So the conversation can end with a thank you and bye. So that is the end conversation. So classroom teaching also, that is a business discussion and public speeches are other examples of oral communication. So where one person talks to many others at once, that is oral or spoken communication. So another is the written communication. That communications involves written or typed words. Okay, like you can see the image, writing letters, notes, email, etc. That is writing communication. SMS, that is short message service. This can be sent through a phone to be person or a group. Okay, or using email to share news, thoughts, documents and files, including photos, videos, music, etc. can be used to send message to a person or to a group. So that is also written communication. Books and newspaper published, that is written communications. Okay, so these are the types of verbal communications. So what are the non-verbal communications? It is the message we send to others without using any words. You can see the picture. Without any words we can send the message. We send signals and messages to others through expressions, our gestures and body postures. So in this session we'll learn about the non-verbal method of communications, its types of and importance. We'll learn to use the correct body language like gestures, eye contact, handshakes, etc. We can see the image, expressions, paralanguage, eye contact, space, touch, handshakes, gestures, postures, all these non-verbal communications. So what are the importance of non-verbal communications? In our day-to-day communication, it is observed that most of the communication is done using body movements like face, arms movements, etc. and voice control, voice tone, pauses. So these are the non-verbal communications. Okay, you can see the image. So maximum communication is non-verbal. We communicate using words, tone of voice and body language. So first one, words, that is verbal. Voice control, that is non-verbal. Expression, movements, pictures, so these are non-verbal and visual. So what are the types of non-verbal communications? Hand movements, gestures and body language, like raising a hand to greet anyone, friends, pointing your finger in anger, that is expressions. Gestures, expressions, smiling to show happiness, that is expressions. Smiling, making a sad face when you are upset, so that is your expression, that is called non-verbal. So that communication makes our message stronger. Using the right gestures while speaking makes our message more effective. Okay, so this communication helps us understand our audience's reaction and adjust our behavior or communications. And the last one is visual communication. Another important method of communication is visual communication, which involves sending and understanding messages only through image or pictures. Okay, the main advantage of these types of communication is that you do not need to know any particular language for understand it. For understanding, you do not need any types of language, particular language. Through images or pictures, we can share we can communicate. Okay, so examples: traffic symbol which communicates not to blow horn. Traffic lights: red for stop, yellow for wait, and green for go. Okay, through this images or signals, we can understand and we can communicate further. Okay, sign for ladies or and gents toilet. So sign showing railway crossing. So these are the symbols, images. And sign for flammable substances. Sign for slippery surface. Okay, so these are also symbols. Sign used to pause a video or audio file, smartphone or computer, or sign which communicates that the area is a no smoking zone. You can see the image. We will see this image, we can understand about the exactly what they want to communicate. So this is called the visual communications. Okay, so again I will repeat, visual communication through images or pictures or signals, we can understand about the visual communications. Okay, nonverbal communication: eye contact, paralanguage, expressions, postures, gestures, touch, space, we can understand. And the verbal communications: oral or spoken communication, or written communication, we can understand exactly what other senders want to communicate. Okay, so this is all about communication skills. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe the channel to get new updated videos, virtual learning videos. Thank you. Bye bye. Keep watching e-learning classes.